Welcome back. Before we do anything else, I want to take my time to do a quick recap of everything we did so far. This will be a recurring theme in my channel. Every once in a while, if I think that we progressed far enough, I will create a recap video so it can act as a checkpoint of some sort. But anyway, let's start with our first recap video. Let's list off what we've done so far. First, we have our player. Our player character can move around with the arrow keys, and it can jump with spacebar. We also made sure it doesn't wander off outside of the scene by clamping its position inside the play area. Next, we have our obstacles. Our obstacles are constantly moving left and right, and as the game gets longer, so does the obstacles. The obstacles get faster the longer the game goes on. We also gave our obstacles some rules with triggers. If an obstacle hits an edge trigger, they always turn around. But if the obstacle hits a midway trigger, then the RNG will decide if our obstacle will switch directions or not. Then we have our UI, user interface, starting with our HUD, heads-up display. In our HUD, we added a score that ticks up as long as the player survives. Then, we have a high score that gets saved with player prefs. And finally, we have a lives counter with sprites, from 3 lives down to 0. Moving on to our menus, or main menu. The main menu shows up when the game starts, with play and exit buttons. When you press play, time unfreezes and our game begins. Well, that's our game begins. Then, if the player loses all lives, the game over menu will pop up with its restart button and exit button. Now onto our power-up. Our power-ups spawn randomly on the map. And when the player grabs a power-up, they get to phase through obstacles for a short time. Now, to make all of this actually work, we had to use Unity's layers, tags, and the collision matrix. With the collision matrix, we told the engine who collides with who. For example, obstacles ignore power-ups, and when the player touches a power-up, the player ignores obstacles too. And that's the full gameplay loop. We built a tiny, basic but fully playable minigame from nothing.